You've got to tune to KEXP, listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle. Online, you can find us at KEXP.org, streaming around the world. I'm Cheryl Waters, and I am beyond excited to have Algiers live in studio today. Welcome.
Hey, thanks, Cheryl. How are you?
Playing tonight at the Sunset Tavern. I can't wait another minute to hear live music. Start us off with a couple songs?
Yeah, right on.
America and the black and white problem, really. The ugliness of it. That is about the ugliest song I have ever heard. Ugly in the sense that it is violent and tears at the guts of what white people have done to my people in this country. I mean, it really, really opens up the wound completely well when you think of a man hanging from a tree and to call him strange fruit.
American mainstream is obsessed with black creative genius, be it music, walk, style, but at the same time puts a low priority on the black social misery, which is the very context out of which that creativity flows.
Being a black man, I knew we were targeted and not being part of, or not accepted as part of the public. Public Enemy goes back to that original thing in the Constitution that considered black people 3/5 of a human being. And with that, if the public is going to follow the document of the Constitution and we're going to be written up in it, then therefore it must be the enemy, adversary. So Public Enemy came about that.
What you have to look at is what is happening in this country. What is really happening is that brother has murdered brother knowing it was his brother. White men have been Negroes knowing them to be their sons. White women have had Negroes burned knowing them to be their lovers. It is not a racial problem. It's a problem whether or not you're willing to look at your life and be responsible for it and then begin to change it. That great Western house I come from is one house. And I'm one of the children of that house. Simply I'm the most despised child of that house. And it is because the American people are unable to face the fact that in fact I am flesh of their flesh, bone of their bone, created by them. My blood, my father's blood is in that soil. They can't face that. And that is why the city of Detroit went up in flames. And that is why the city of Saigon is under martial law.
Oh, you love us so much. All my blood's in my head. You say your history's over. All my blood's in my head. Your television coma. All my blood's in my head. It's gone too far to change. All my blood is in vain. Flash across your screen. Got you in there. 15 minutes of freedom. Still 3/5 of that. Sterilize your conscience. In disgrace your name. It's a healthy simulation. All my blood's in my head. For all your love of so much. All my blood's in my head. Say your history's over. All my blood's in my head. Your television coma. All my blood's in vain. It's gone too far to change, yeah. All my blood is in vain. Liquor stains your table. Your women change your name. Raise on Sunday morning, just like the living dead. Your hell is fornication, your heaven is the same. But your master is complacent, so all my blood's in rain. For all your love was so much, all my blood's in rain. See your history told, all my blood's in rain. Your television coma, all my blood's in rain. It's gone too far to change, all my blood is in rain. 400 years of torture, hey, 400 years of slave, yeah. They're just to watch you squander. It's just what we try to say. And now death is at your doorstep, and he's still playing games, yeah. So try to entertain me, 'cause our blood is in vain. Our blood is in vain. Our blood is in vain. There's a wizard with a human face. He says standing for democracy, and every woman in his honest place, as if the undeserving in the poverty. He told my brother that he wasn't a man. He brought my sister down again and again. His father stole the woman up the lies of the land. And now we flip the coin of power with all of his friends deciding who was fit to go out and die, and who was black enough to be left behind, and who will model their exceptional life, and just how many they could murder at the borderline. Hey. I knew a woman with a scale in her hand, and they bound together with the lies of the land. She couldn't tell what she was measuring, so they tipped the scale to me, their own personal end, saying I shoot your son if he's out of line, and I'll rape your daughters on the ground where I hide, and I can murder in the town that I lie, cause I'm protected at my left and my right. I got a side that says I'm only a man, another side I push the gun in my hand, and I'll trade your product of environment for any alibi for consequence. Get up!
We're live in the KEXP studios with Algiers, and all I can say is, wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us. Thank you very much.
I am so blown away by the record. The first time I heard it, it was like a surprise around every corner. With each song, I didn't know what was coming next when I started listening to it. And even as I listen to it now over and over many times, I keep hearing new things. And I suppose if I were to look for it in a record store, it might be in the rock section, but I feel like you have put so many interesting sounds and influences in there. I hear punk, I hear rock, there's gospel, there's soul, electro, techno. I'm interested to know the beginnings of the band and how you came together with your sound.
Well, you know, that's a really organic process just because the music that we all listen to, it's such a vast array of things. But I like how Ryan puts it. He talks about how we transgress genres. And Ryan, if you want to take that.
No, it's just really about trespassing into genres where maybe the history and the roots of the foundations of each separate genre is maybe obfuscated and obscured in a lot of ways. So it's oftentimes we attempt to sort of trespass into those spaces that maybe predominantly have become white-only spaces, but still built upon black culture and the social situations and circumstances in which they found themselves in originally. So I think that's one of the major things for us. And also it's about just developing as individuals and just listening to new things and being inspired constantly by our social situations and the place that we live, because we all live in different spaces. So that really has an impact, and it's constantly fluid and developing over time.
You live in different spaces, both literally and figuratively. I know you all grew up together, everyone but Matt, in the Atlanta area. But as I understand it, the band started coming together or gelling when you weren't even living in that city. How did that work? You weren't even in the same countries, all of you.
No, we were the three of us in three separate countries. I was teaching in France at the time. Ryan was doing his master's degree in London, and Lee was in Atlanta. And, I was a fan of their former band. And so we were constantly just kind of exchanging ideas, not just musical ideas, but philosophically. We were exchanging ideas and politically. And Ryan came to visit me once when I was living in France. We just kind of compared, just kind of sketches and demos of things we've been working on. And then it occurred to us that we may have stumbled on something. And so he invited me to come back up to London for what was supposed to be just a couple of weeks. And I wound up crashing on his couch with his 6 flatmates for about 6 months. And that's when we kind of laid the foundations for what would turn into Algiers by and by.
And one of the most difficult things for any person within their own social environment in which they were born is to actually confront that on not only on a political level but on an artistic level, to really make sense of this entire backdrop from which we come, the ideological structures and everything like that. And I think it really required us to step outside of that space to understand it more, and that's really one of the main things. So when we were trying to develop the concept for Algiers, we didn't necessarily have the concepts yet to really actually speak that language that we wanted to speak.
Well, Frank, you mentioned it came very organically, as some of the best music does. Your every single song is, I think it's an understatement to say, thought-provoking. There's a lot of social commentary in your music, and you definitely are referencing the past, but everything seems super relevant to right now. What's your thought process in creating the songs? Is that also just sort of flowing out of you organically?
I think it is. I mean, Ryan kind of hinted at, we tell people that we had to kind of forge this band as a way of creating our own political language for engaging with all of this chaos that's around us and making sense of it.
One of the ways you extend that is, I absolutely love reading your Tumblr. It's a mishmash, kind of a collage. Right. It's just information everywhere. It's images, it's videos, all kinds of stuff is going on in there. Is that a compliment to your music, or did that sort of start first?
I think they sort of developed simultaneously, really, because that was really the only way that we could actually have a physical presence in the world. We were developing a sonic presence, but when you live in different places, you can't play out. We don't play live shows. And we also wanted to construct a world or worlds, and I think the Tumblr really enables us to do that, just really referencing the past, but also using that to maybe push forward and hope for something better in the future.
Word. And also, if I can just top on something on top of that, it was a way for us to communicate. It was a way for us to communicate, not being in the same locations, and to share ideas with each other. And that just kind of turned into a way of us communicating with people who would eventually start listening to what we were doing. So again, it was very organic.
I saw on your Tumblr, your videos, another way to communicate with your audience. Super powerful. Love the video for Black Eunuch. And I mentioned earlier that Ryan, a crazy dancer. I mentioned that he is in the video, but he started off in the first song dancing the live show, an assault to all of the senses. Absolutely incredible. Again, love the album, and so happy to have you here in studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Algiers is live on KEXP. What have we got next?
We're going to do Black Eunuch next.
Oh.
Way out here, walking in the dark with the scissors in our hair. Hey, hey. Way out here, when you follow apart, when there's no one in your bed. Woo-hoo. Way out here, walking in the dark with the scissors in our hair. Hey, hey, no. Way out here, when you follow apart, when there's no one in your bed. She said, please keep your smile away, so we can still be friends. And I'm saying a single fire. Oh, I say it smells in my head. Desiring other things that otherwise in other wounds to the side. They pale with their diamond ring. And then she asked me wait outside. And they go crying out. My so sweet. And I did just speak so soft. Don't try to undress me. Hey, hey, hey. No, nobody else at all. Nobody else at all. Nobody else at all. Hey.
It's Algiers live on KEXP. I'm out of breath just from watching you play that. That was awesome.
Bury ourselves in our bottles. We bury ourselves in our Bibles, and then you come around saying how Rome is burning. Why do you come around? And it's all just a game. Tell you walks through the door, holding his hand in his hand, and he lets it unfold. Yesterday it happened again, or was it the day before? Oh, I can't be sure, no, 'cause I can't keep up with it anymore. 'Cause we bury ourselves in our bottles. We bury ourselves in our Bibles, and then you come around saying my house is burning. Why do you come around? 'Cause it's all just a game, save for your license to kill. Said it's all just a game, and I'll be your favorite thrill. Hey, but I play myself too many times this year. Yes, I play myself too many times this year. Say now, 'cause we bury ourselves in our Bible. We bury ourselves in our Bibles. Then you come around setting my house on fire. Oh, why do you come around?
Wow. Algiers live on KEXP, the new album out on Matador Records, playing tonight at the Sunset Tavern here in Seattle. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've got it tuned to KEXP Seattle. Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.